I begin in the name of gracious God, the merciful, the beneficent. Hi dear students, I'm Sir Jahangir. Today we are going to start our 29th lecture, second year English, okay? So in this lecture, I'm telling you about type of sentence. Right? Because in the previous lecture I told you about the kind of sentences, and there I told you that often students intermingle. They don't know what is the difference between type and what is the difference between the kind. Okay, they said these are kind, these are type, but what is the main difference? The main difference, there I told you that the kind of sentence means related to function, and here related to structure. Structure, and what structure? Structure of specially clauses. Clauses. What is a clause? A sentence within a sentence. A sentence within a sentence is called clause. Here I'm not going to tell you all the kind of clauses, but the clauses which are needed to, especially to explain the type of sentences. For example, there are two main type of clauses: dependent and independent. Okay, dependent and independent. For example, when I went to the party, my friends met me there. My friends met me there, or my old friends met me there. My friends met me there. Okay? My friends met me there. Look here, there are two clauses. When I went to the party, is it a complete? Not. Is it a complete thing? When I went to the party, sentence is not complete. It's not telling us complete sense, not giving the complete meaning. So this is called dependent clause. Dependent clause. Okay. And this, my friends met me there, this portion gives us complete meaning even without the first portion. Okay, my friends met me there. It's a complete sentence. So this is called independent clause. Independent clause. Okay, this is independent clause. All right. So it's independent clause. Dependent and independent clause. These two sentences are a part of bigger sentence. These two sentences are a part of bigger sentence. So that's why these are called clauses. What I told you, clause means a sentence within a sentence. A sentence within a sentence is called clause. If I just take a simple example, okay, someone asks what is a clause? You may say that a sentence within a sentence. Clear? And then the two main clauses, dependent and independent. Dependent clause depend on an independent clause. Dependent clause does not give complete meaning, and independent clause gives complete meaning. Independent clause gives complete meaning without the need of dependent clause, but dependent clause fulfills its meaning, completes its sense when there is an independent clause attached with it. So understand what is a clause? Sentence within a sentence. And then two main clauses, dependent and independent. Dependent and independent. Okay, so I try to make the things very easy. Okay, so when I went to the party, not complete, dependent. My friends met me there. So this is related to structure. Clear? I'm not going to tell you what the function is going to be performed here in this sentence. So what the function is here in the sentence, this is not going to be mentioned. What the main thing? What the structure? The structure talking about clauses. So this talking about structure is called, the type of sentence. Okay, the type of sentence. Now come towards the first type of sentence. The first type of sentence is simple sentence. Okay, simple sentence. Simple sentence. Okay, what in simple sentence? In simple sentence we have one sentence. Okay, one sentence. Or obviously when that one sentence, if we say clause means independent clause. For example, I went to the party. I went to the party. Okay? So what is this? This is a complete sentence and giving us a verb, giving us subject, giving us predicate. So this is a simple sentence. I went to the party. Okay? It's a simple sentence. Only one verb is mentioned here. If there's one verb, if there's one independent clause, we cannot call it a clause because it's not a part of the bigger sentence, but one complete sentence with one verb is called simple sentence. Simple sentence. Okay? The second type is compound sentence. Compound sentence. Okay, now look at what compound. Compound means a type of sentence with two or more independent clauses. Okay, two or more independent clauses. Here, what is the main thing? Two or more independent clauses. Independent clauses. Okay, so two or more independent clauses. This is the main thing. Okay, so you're looking at we have to stress a lot on dependent, independent, dependent, and independent clauses. So that's why before knowing about before getting knowledge of the type of sentence, we must know about the dependent and independent clause. So it is having no dependent clause. Compound sentence does not have any dependent clause. It's just having two or more independent clauses. For example, same sentence. I went to the party. I went to the party. My friends are, and my friends met me there. And my friends met me there. Met me there. Okay. So you're looking at the first is independent. I went to the party, complete sentence. My friends met me there, complete. Now you're looking this portion, I went to the party. Okay, this portion and this portion. There are two sentences. Now these two sentences are independent clauses because they are part of a bigger sentence. So they are sentence within a sentence. So now they can be called clauses. Okay, so independent clause, two independent clauses, and these are called compound sentence. So it is a compound sentence. Okay, it's compound sentence. So at least we must know a little bit about the type of and the kind of sentence. All right, the next one is complex sentence. The third kind is complex sentence. Complex sentence. All right, complex sentence. What is the main thing? Complex sentence. One dependent clause and one independent. Okay, one dependent and one dependent and one independent. Okay, so one dependent, one independent clause. All right, one dependent clause and one independent clause is one dependent and one independent clause are required for making a complex sentence. So you're looking we are talking about the function of the sentence. What we are talking about the structure. So this is the main difference between the type of, because whenever I normally ask a student what is the difference, they say these are the type, these are the kind. The main difference is function and structure. Function and structure. Okay, so one dependent and one independent. Okay, once again take the same example. I went to the party and my friends met me there. Okay, same example. Okay, same. When I went to the party and my friends met me there. Look here, same. What we did, we just used step one and now it has become dependent clause. Clear? No, it has become dependent clause. This is dependent and no, this is independent. Okay? So now this is dependent clause. When I went to the party, my friends met me there. Okay? So now this is just by using the word one, now it has become, just by using the word one, now it has become complex sentence. When I went to the party and my friends met me there. When I went to the party, my friends met me there. It's complex sentence. Now, number 4 is compound complex. Compound complex. Clear? Compound complex sentence. Compound complex sentence. Compound complex sentence. Okay. So now it is having at least one dependent and 2 or more than 2 independent clause. Okay. So it's having at least one dependent and 2 or more independent clauses. Independent clauses. Okay, so what? One dependent and 2 or more independent clauses. So this is called compound sentence. One dependent and 2 or more independent clauses. Okay, one dependent and 2 or more. This is the main. If you want to know better how much impressive your written skill is. You know, language is having 4 skills. So one is written skill. Okay, listening, speaking, reading and writing. So if you want to see that, okay, your written skill is how much impressive, you just see this, that how much you are good at writing compound complex sentence. Compound complex sentence. This is a main thing to know about your written skill. How much refined, how much good, how much command you have at written skill of English. So compound complex sentence, at least one dependent and 2 or more independent clauses. Right? So take some example. When I went to the party, dependent clause. My friend met me there. Okay, up to now there's only one independent clause, so this is complex. Okay, now add another sentence. Add another independent clause. Add another independent clause, and it will become compound complex. And okay, I went to a party. My friends met me there, and we enjoyed a lot. We enjoyed a lot. Okay. We enjoyed a lot. Okay. So we enjoyed a lot. Okay. So again, what is this independent clause? Again, independent clause. So now one dependent, 2 independent clause, one dependent, 2 independent clause. So this is called compound complex sentence. Your written skill journey starts from simple sentence and ends here at the compound complex sentence. So you're looking at in the books or normally in the newspaper, throughout the paragraph there's only one sentence, only one full stop is there. So what is the thing? That they all use a lot of compound complex sentences. In one sentence there are a lot of commas, lot of semicolons, and then later on one sentence completes. So a sentence is full of so many clauses. A sentence full of so many clauses. Okay. So now all those clauses, when you have 2 or more clauses, obviously then that becomes a compound complex sentence. So when I went to the party, my friends met me there and we enjoyed a lot. So this is compound complex, and the difference between kind of sentences and type of sentences. All right, so it's a brief, what you can say that in a brief way I described all these kind of sentences and the type of sentences in these 2 lectures. Thanks class.